Chris, and today I wanted to show you my houseplant collection. I've been collecting plants for, I would say, like 5 to 7 years, kind of since high school, and pretty much all the plants that I ever had in the past have died. I've managed to keep all these plants alive for a couple of years now, and I'm very proud of my collection, so I really hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for being here. So we're going to start off nice and easy with one of my favorite plants, and that is a golden pothos. You've probably seen this plant before. It's a very common houseplant because it's vining, and it tends to make your space look like a jungle, which I love. In the beginning, he was pretty variegated in these like starting leaves, and then as he's vining out, he's kind of lost the variegation, and I'm not really sure why that is, but I still really like it, and it's really nice to have around. My next plant is the pilea peperomioides. Wait, let me try that again. Pilea peperomioides. I think that's how you say it. It's also called a Chinese money plant, and it has 2 stalks in it right now, and there's like a third little one growing. This plant, This plant, I wouldn't say it's like hard to keep alive, but I definitely keep an eye on it because sometimes the leaves will go weak and they'll just kind of like fall off. Hi. But overall, I think it's a pretty cool houseplant, and they kind of look like pepperonis, and I think it's really cute. I call it my pepperoni plant. So the next plant I want to show you is my monstera deliciosa, and that's this big plant right here. I feel like a lot of people have this plant in their homes. It's a very common houseplant. It's really jungle-ish, and it provides a lot of foliage to your space, and it just makes it feel more full. It's like a piece of decor that's not really decor, it's like a living thing. So I think that's really cool. So right now, only one of the leaves on it has fenestrations, and I'd like all of them to have it, so I'm slowly kind of like working him back up because he was kind of down for a while, and then I staked him up and he just like instantly was doing better. So he's kind of like in recovery right now. But he's growing at a pretty good speed, and he has a ton of aerial roots, and I know you can cut these off, but I'm not sure if I want to or not. I haven't decided. But yeah, that's my monstera. Okay, the next plant I want to show you is this big boy. This is my spider plant, also called a chlorophytum comosum, and you may have seen this one before. It's also pretty common. I'm kind of starting out with like the common ones, and then I'd like to get into the more rare plants. This one, it has little vines that come down, and it has little babies, so it's like a baby version of the big thing coming off of these little stems, and I think they're really cool. And this one is so easy to propagate. You just cut them down at the node, you cut each little baby at the node, and just put them in water, and they propagate pretty fast, and so that's why I really like this. It's another reason. Look at that. I mean, that's like a whole plant hanging off of my plant. So I really love this one. I've had him for about a year, and he really took off, I think, within the last year because I put him in a south-facing window, and he just gets so much sun, and he loves it. My next plant is a corn plant, like the common name for it. The actual name for this is a dracaena fragrans. I don't really know how to say that one. I've had him for 4 or 5 years now, and he's kind of really exploded ever since I put him in this bigger pot. And it's kind of like a love-hate relationship with him. Like, I like this plant because it's all the foliage, but then at the same time I'm like, I could live without it. But I've had it for so long now, it's like I can't get rid of them. Next, I'm going to show you my succulents. I only have 2 because I know succulents are supposed to be like the easy plants to take care of, but somehow I kill them every time. But I have had this one for a while. This is a zebra cactus, haworthiopsis attenuata. I'm actually really proud of myself because it's a succulent, and I've kept him alive for 9 months to a year. So he's doing well. I have another zebra cactus. It was a gift from my friend, and I've managed to keep it alive. The baby plants I can't keep alive, it's weird. But he looks really nice. Adding to the succulents, I have this little baby. He's really cute. I got him as a gift, and so I really wasn't sure what he was, and I kind of did a little bit of research, and I think it's a ghost plant, or like a ghost cactus, like a ghost succulent. I don't really know. He's a little dried out. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to give him more water or like I'm giving him too much. I don't really know. Again, I'm not good with succulents. He's looking a little iffy, but we'll see how it goes. I'll keep him and just see if I can see how long. The next 2 I want to show you are my most recent ones. Snake plant. I haven't repotted him yet. It can be called a tiger snake, and it's part of the sansevieria genus. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really like this one. I've wanted a snake plant for a while now, and I finally found one. And this was a pretty big size. It was only $14 at the greenhouse where I found it, so I'm like, that was a really good deal. So I finally have a snake plant in my collection. This next one, as I said, is also one of my most recents. This is called a colocasia esculenta, but it's also called a elephant ear plant. Because these, I mean, they kind of look like elephant ears, but like, they're pretty big. I mean, I have long fingers and that's pretty big. I wanted an alocasia poly, which I've heard good things and really bad things about, that they're hard to take care of, but this was like the next best thing. I feel like this isn't gonna be too hard to take care of, because I mean, it's already sprouting a new leaf right here and it's looking really healthy. It is kind of swagging a little bit. I want it to stand up more because it was, but I don't know. So we'll see about this one as well, but I really love this one. It's kind of like the monstera, but smaller, and the leaves are like more of a harsh looking shape. And I just really love this plant. I think it's so cool. Last thing I want to show you is my propagated plants. I really wanted to propagate my monstera. I love the plant so much. It's so beautiful, and I'm determined to get fenestrations on these leaves. So I only have 3 right now, and for some reason, like, okay, these 2 were growing in my big plant, and so I took them out and I got the roots. I propagated him first, and then I planted him, and this 3rd little leaf showed up. That's it. It just kind of like stopped growing. I don't know, like, if something's stunting its growth. I'm not really sure about that, but I propagated it because plants are fun to share, so just give them away to friends or something. This is another plant I propagated. It's the golden pothos. Like, no variegation on these leaves, which like my original one has a little bit, so like I don't know if this might be not considered a golden pothos anymore. I don't really know. Again, I'm still learning. He's doing really well. He's given me quite a few leaves so far. He was kind of small when he started, so he's looking really good. This is a spider plant. It's the one with the little babies. So I wanted to propagate him just because I wanted another one, because I like how they make the space look. And so he's pretty small right now, and I've learned a really valuable lesson of, like, when you're planting new tiny little ones, you have to put them in tiny little pots, because maybe that's why this one isn't growing, because the roots, like, the pot's too big for it. Oh my gosh, maybe that's it. Maybe I should plant that in a smaller pot, I don't know. But anyways, this one I put in a little baby pot, and I think it's doing well. I already see a new leaf, so that's really good. Some other current propagations, I have 2 more monsteras. They're starting to grow roots. I think I'm just gonna give them away as gifts, because like, why do I need 4 of these? I don't. It's just really fun. Like, propagating is like my new favorite hobby. My last and final propagation is another spider plant. I'm propagating this for my sister as a gift for her. The roots on him are getting really long and very, very stringy, so he's doing really good. I'm gonna plant him pretty soon. That is it. Okay, that is it for my summer plant collection. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you get some of these plants in your space too, because they're really fun, and I love taking care of them and caring for them. It's really special to have something to care for. There's just something about having them in my space that makes me so happy. Like, I can be upset or like just not in a good mood, and I look over my plants and it just gives me this release of like dopamine, or I don't know what it is, but like, plants are just a happy juice. I don't know. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.